Hi everybody. Okay, I'm going to talk about the steps for getting started with intermittent fasting. The first step that I kind of alluded to in the last video is check with your doctor. Please be sure to check with your doctor. If you have any underlying health conditions or blood sugar issues, it's really important to make sure you are getting it there okay. I talked to my doctor when I was there and he seemed okay with what I was doing. So anyway, I was a rebel. I just went and did it and then told him, but I did tell him so, and he's happy with the results. That's a good thing. Number one, check with your doctor. Number two, plan what kind of eating style you're going to do. For me, as I mentioned, mine's primarily paleo, so no grains, no dairy, or limited of both. I'm not strict on anything, but that's kind of the style I decided on way back before I started fasting. So anyway, so whatever you're gonna do, figure it out. A lot of people do keto with intermittent fasting because it burns fat really fast and it puts you into ketosis really fast. Because even if you're not doing keto, intermittent fasting will help you go into ketosis. So if you don't know what ketosis is, we'll talk about that at some point, but not right now. And I have a couple friends on here that are actually doing keto, so we might have them give us a little information there. Anyway, so number two, decide on your what you're going to eat, basically. Number three, choose your eating window. So for me, like I said, mine is about 8 to 4. On the weekends, I shifted a little bit because I get up a little later, so it's 10 to 6, so Gary and I can go out to dinner. And then I'm doing some extended fasting, which I will talk about later, not in this segment. So anyway, plan that, figure it out, and then that way you'll know kind of when you're stopping and starting. And once again, I would say start with a 12-12 or at the most 13-11. So 13 hours of fasting, 11 hours of your eating window. If you are okay with that, you can incrementally increase it. I kind of jumped from, I think I was doing 14-10 and then I jumped to 16-8 pretty fast because it was working fine for me. As I mentioned, I'm not a breakfast eater, so it was really easy for me to skip breakfast. Anyway, okay. So let's see, choose your eating window. Decide on a start date. Number 4. Sorry. Number 4, decide on a start date. A lot of us tend to overthink things and we start getting ready to think about getting ready to do something. Don't do that to yourself. Just decide and do it. I think it's not something you want to do like in the middle, like if you have all your birthdays, like June for us is a big birthday month and anniversaries and all kinds of stuff. So if you were starting something new, I wouldn't do it on a month like that. Also, if you are going on vacation or something like that, I wouldn't start it then. But, look at your calendar and figure out when you can start and then just start. Don't delay. Okay, number 5 is sleep well. Getting sleep is so important for lots of reasons. So that's my next tip. Number 6, drink water when you get hungry. So a lot of times our body, the hunger signal is confused. The thirst signal is confused with hunger. And so before you eat anything, drink 8 to 16 ounces of water and see if you're actually hungry. I think a lot of people probably know this from Weight Watchers. That's one of the tips, drink a big glass of water. And also, just so you know, hunger pains, this is really number 7, extend your hunger waiting. So when you first get hungry, wait a few minutes, drink a big thing of water and wait. And if you wait it out, the hunger pains, like growling stomach, only really last for about 5 minutes. And then after that, 5 to 10 minutes. And after that, it actually passes. So believe it or not, it's easier than you think to, not eat. And then, of course, once you start intermittent fasting, you will convert, if you're eating well, eating a healthy diet, whole food diet without a bunch of crap, you will actually start burning fat instead of glucose, which is sugar, in your system. So you won't have those, glucose. When you're a glucose burner, you do kind of feel like you need to eat every 2 hours because your blood sugar goes up and down. But once you get into fat burning mode, you don't feel hungry. So you don't have to eat every 2 hours. You can go longer. So that is definitely one of the benefits of intermittent fasting. And a couple quick tips: stay hydrated with water, at least half your body weight in ounces. So for me, that's over 100 ounces. Don't do the math. But over 100 ounces of water a day. And if you exercise, or if it's hot like it is right now, drink more. During your fasting time, black coffee and green tea are okay, and black tea is okay, but no sweetener, no creamer, and that's considered clean fasting. We'll talk a little bit more later about dirty fasting and what is kind of borderline, like it doesn't break your fast, but it's not recommended necessarily. And then there's stuff that actually does break your fast. So you're not going to get the benefits if you're eating anything that has calories. So anyway, add electrolytes. I think I mentioned this in the hydration segment. You want to put trace minerals in your water, or at least pink salt, Himalayan salt, in your water to help you stay hydrated. And it helps you from getting dizzy, and it helps you from getting headaches. Okay, avoid obsessing over food. Break your fast correctly. If you've been fasting for 16 hours or longer, you don't want to have a huge meal because you will be going straight to the bathroom. If you do that to yourself, your body can't handle all the food, and it just rebels against you. So break your fast with something light. If you've done it long fast, you can do, Nico, you can come up. Sorry, the dog wants up. Squirrel. Anyway, you can do bone broth. You can do something light, scrambled eggs, something, or a boiled egg, something like that. But you don't want to have a big greasy meal to break your fast. And the last tip is choose nutritionally dense food. So like I said, no junk. I will not support that kind of eating. For intermittent fasting, it's really important that everything you eat has a good amount of nutrition for your body. So hopefully those are helpful, and we'll talk more about what I've been doing. And I want to know who else does IF. I saw that Starla and Johanna are both doing IF. If there's anyone else, drop a comment in the notes. And if anybody else is interested, just drop your comments in there, and I would be personally happy to set up a time to chat with you. Hope you guys are having a great day.